Hello, good day to you. Here we are back at the short videos in which we present different issues by themselves in disillusionism. So, Florencio, your take.
Yes, thank you. We are going to continue exploring Mookie Tenenbaum's philosophy of disillusionism, his nostalgic theory, and we are going now to address in 3 different short videos the complexities of the structure behind human behavior. We are going to take this in order, but in fact, these 3 videos describe 3 different systems that work usually together, not by themselves. So we'll start with the first, I think, which we will try to understand as if it were a computer of sorts. So Mookie, on the first of the 3 computers that explain our human behavior.
Well, first, before I go into the first computer, let me explain you why there are 3. So the first computer is the animal. It's like any other animal, like a cockroach, like a dolphin, like a monkey, any animal. All of them have one computer, and that computer is the only thing that they have, and they're running a program, and there is nothing outside of that program. Okay, this is the animal. And the second computer is the one that has two important features. One, it recognizes the first one. It looks at it, and it's like the auto auto recognitions of who we are. I am. When I say I am, that moment it's the second computer looking at the first one. And the other thing it does, it can foresee the future, or it can try. It can try. It tries to foresee the future and allow us to change our behavior, taking in account what will happen in the future. Since we are like any other animal, we run away from suffering. Well, animals don't, they run away from pain. We run away from suffering. Since we all humans run away from suffering, it's important to know what we will suffer in the future. Computer number 2 does that job. And then computer number 3 is the moral judgments. It is the conscious. It is the guilty feelings. That's where it's computer 3. But today we're going to speak, as Florencio said, about computer 1. It's quite easy. Computer 1 is like every animal. It has only one time now, only one place, here. And it's always now and here. There is nothing else. The computer reacts to automatically to things like any other computer that runs a program. So if I touch the fire, my hand will do this immediately. Yes, it's not a decision I have made. I did never decided to take out my hand from the fire. I may even feel that I did. I may even think, but I'm not. I am running a program, and that's it. When this computer is running almost all day, well, the whole day, of course, because we never stop being this body, yes, this material thing that is all material. But when we sleepwalk, we are only running computer number 1. That's sleepwalking. Sleepwalking is being an animal. It's like being an animal. Yes, you are just running the program. That is computer number 1. Florencio, what do you think?
I wanted to ask you about this thing. I guess you mentioned it somehow, but if it is computer number 2, the one that explains not only self-awareness, but also our ability to engage with likely future outcomes of our behavior, does this mean that when computer number 2 is off, computer number 1, as in other animals, has to engage only in the present and has no way of receiving stimuli from situations that are not happening right here, right now?
Yes, unless it was taught, like any animal, you can teach things to animals. So my behavior may look like I am reacting to something that will happen in the future. That's not true. What happens is that I learned that there was a learning process in which now my program says, when this is happening, you behave this way. And it looks like I know what's going to happen. We saw that also in animals, in dogs. We think that they can foresee the future. No. The program was changed. The program is changed by that learning process, and so it looks like it foresees the future. No, it's always here, and it's always here now.
So in the famous example in which conditioned dogs hear a noise, a sound, and they sort of anticipate the coming food, what you're saying is there's no anticipation going on. It's just
Absolutely
the actual
none.
sound. No.
Absolutely none. It's always a reaction. It's always a correlation. There is never a causation. And animals do not know causation, nor does our computer number one. The problem is that it's always enmeshed. We are very seldomly in a position of number one. And when we are in number one, we don't have a conscious.
Mm-hmm.
We're not conscious. So we don't know we are on number one. It's a tautological situation in which you never know you are on number one. If you know you are on number one, it's number two looking at number one.
So these situations in which our first computer works alone, as it were, do they coincide with what you describe as sleepwalking in everyday life?
As I said, when you sleepwalk, you are running a program. That program is, of course, a lot of habits and things that you taken, and now you're running a program. You can come out from the sleepwalk for a second. That means activation of computer number two, or number three, or both. If not, we're back to computer number one. When we're sleeping, it's only computer number one. When we're dreaming, it's probably computer number two, giving all kind of scenarios to computer number one. But it is. But I want to make it clear: there is no number two or number three without number one. You could have a number one, and in fact, you do have sometimes a number one without number two and number three. But so of course there is no spirit, there is no animus, there is nothing. There is only material things, chemistry, electrical impulses. That's what we are.
Very well. We shall discuss then computer number 2 and 3 in depth in future videos. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
If you enjoyed the video, please like it, comment and subscribe.